Hello everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. To those that have been for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. This is another tragedy that has just happened. A suspected Nigerian drug dealer killed during shootout with police in the Philippines. However, the operation by the police and the narcotics agents, which turned into a shootout that led to the killing of a Nigerian man and the seizure of some 13 million worth of shabu or crystal meth in the Philippines. That's the kind of drugs which they carry. That the drug dealer, these are the type of drugs they carry. That's why they mentioned the type of drug and said that also the police drug enforcement group in the Philippines, and that's the director general, who is the person of Leonard Lee. He has identified the Nigerian, also his nationality, and the guy's name is Gabriel. He said that a member of the West African syndicate who allegedly lured Filipinos to become drug mules for them. So right now what they are now claiming, or what they are saying, is that the Nigerian guy that they shot, that he is among those that lure Filipinos into drug business. That is what they are saying here. And they also said that the operation was conducted around 10 a.m. That was on Thursday. This happened, and that it took place at the parking lot of a bar in the town there in that particular province. That's the Talak province. That's where this particular incident happened. And it said they're now saying that the suspect, that is Gabriel himself, reportedly pulled out his firearm. He brought out his own gun upon sensing that he was dealing with a police officer who acted as a proposed buyer. So a police officer now disguised himself. This is exactly what they are actually narrating, that the police officer disguised himself as one of a client or customer who is now coming to purchase the drug. As they do in some time, you see that always in movies when they want to arrest drug dealers. Some policemen will go undercover and then act like they are one of those customers or those guys that are out to buy the drug. Meanwhile, they're out to get hold of those drug dealers. This is exactly what they are saying, that's how the whole thing transpired. They are trying to narrate the whole incident, how it happened, that he now brought out his gun, his firearm, to defend himself. That is Gabriel, the Nigerian guy. And then in the process of that he stumbled to a gunshot wound in his abdomen. Oh, that's a painful one. Oh, no. It's actually very painful. He said that he was shot in his abdomen. I know abdomen, once you're shot in your abdomen, it's really difficult to survive that kind of a gunshot. Abdomen and in your heart, those are the points that I know that most times it's difficult for people to actually recover. Oh, it's a pity. And however, they said they recovered from him 3 transparent plastic bags containing around 2 kilos of shabu. That's the type of drug that they claim they found with him, and also 2 genuine P1 bills placed on top of 14 bundles of Bodil money. That is the money that they use in the Philippines. Or they said it could also be fake bills that he had placed to cover up those drugs, and that they were used in the drug sitting, and the machine, pistol, and ammunition, they all recovered it from him. As you can see from the clip, those were the items they said that they found on Mr. Gabriel. You can see the items from the video clip. So they said that the Nigerian identification card and his photo card, everything was found by the policemen after they got him killed when he was gunned down by them during that exchange of fire within him and the police, according to what they are saying. And they say that he is seen to be a medical technician intern of the University of Northern Philippines. Oh, this is really, really bad, you know. He is identified as a student of the Northern Philippines School. And they even showed his ID card showing that he is from the University of Northern Philippines. Guys, what do we think about this incident that has actually happened right now? It's a pity that he's gone. His family will never get to see him again. They only saw him probably, who knows, God knows when his family actually saw him in person, because he is out of the country. He is not in Nigeria with his family, or wherever his family is, if they are with him over there, but he is no more. He's gone. It's a pity. Like I always say, however anybody goes, it's a pain for the family. However anybody dies, whichever way the person leaves the surface of the earth, it's usually a pain for the loved ones and people around them that actually knew this particular person. No one would ever wish to bury their children. No parents wish to bury their children. You can see he's a very young guy with prospects. Look at his ID card. His ID card even shows that he is from Northern Filipino University, and he shows that he's under the technical medical section. You know, it's really heartbreaking to see young people go like this. It's heartbreaking to see family lose loved ones. Look at, we're just entering the new year, so parents will now be burying their kids in this new year, beginning of the year. The year just began. We've not even gotten into half of the month for the beginning of the year, and parents will now have to bury their child or their loved one. It's so heartbreaking. Really, it is so heartbreaking. I just pray that the parents or the family, that God should console them, his family, his friends, his well-wishers, every other person that knew him, that God should console them all. This is a life. The life is gone, can never be brought back again. That is the thing about life. When someone is gone, the person can never come back to the surface of this earth again. But guys, what do we think about this? If it is true, okay, like I would say, I will use that word, if this is actually true, that these items, that's the drugs they mentioned, were found in him, and they said he pulled out his own gun and fired at them. This is what the police in the Philippines are saying. But what is your take on it? What do you think or feel about this? Because if this is actually real and it happened this way, as they said, that he was actually carrying drugs, from my own point of view, the only advice I would have to give, not referring directly to him, but on a general note, for anybody, be it anybody, whoever you're coming from, whichever country you're coming from, whichever state you're coming from, irrespective of anywhere you are coming from, drug business is never a safe business, because one, you would make that money. Two, when you are caught, most times it always ends up in death. Most times it always ends up in death. And for example, if you are caught in a country that is not your own country, sometimes they take some drastic measures. If you are caught alive, you may end up being killed. There are some countries that will just sentence those people to death when they are caught. Some countries will keep you in jail for the rest of your life. Some, there are different measures they give to people that are caught carrying drugs, and it's usually worse if it's not in your own country that you are caught. It's terrible. And you can imagine, let me take for example, if those that are into dealing with drugs, you leave your family in any country they are in and you go to another country, your family don't even know that this person or that person is into dealing of drugs. You're trying to make ends meet, you're sending money down home to your family, and they're all happy and excited for you that, oh, my family member or this person is actually helping the family with whatever you are doing in the country where you are. But then when you are caught, if it's a country that will decide to deport you to your country for your country to take legal actions or to take actions against you with what you have done, you can imagine the shame you bring on your family, because your family will be surprised seeing you. Sometimes they bring them back in handcuffs. It's usually a shameful way they bring them back for those that will be sent back to the countries where they are coming from or deported back. So it's heartbreaking to your family, even at that particular point, for those families that don't even know the kind of business you are into. And then you endanger the lives of your family, because at that point, your families are also thinking or trying to figure out how to help you out. And in most situations, to bail such people in that situation, they require very huge amounts of money. And if you are not from a home where you have that large sum of money, your family will now have to start scouting. It's not a nice situation to place anybody at all. So anybody who is into anything illegal, no matter what is, so long as it's not anything legal, it's not a business that you can boldly stand up to tell someone this is what you're doing, it's better you just desist from it, pull away from it, and do something honest that is clean. So guys, whatever you think about this, okay, if this is actually true, if it happened the way they said it happened, what do you all think about this? What is your take on it? What's your advice, or what do you have to comment about the death of this young Nigerian guy? He's so young, and you can actually see that this young life has just been cut short. But like I said, if this is true, what's your take on this particular event or tragedy that has happened? Once again, may God console his family, and may the soul of Gabriel rest in peace, perfect peace with the Lord. It's not easy to lose a loved one. However the person goes, sympathy to the family and friends and all those that knew Gabriel. Friends, please do leave your comments down below, however you feel about this particular tragedy. Thank you for coming up. To those that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.